Yi-Jia Susanne Howe has lived almost her entire life here in Mississauga, yet her name is known better throughout the world as an accomplished world-class concert violinist. Susanne's parents, Alec and Yvonne, both accomplished musicians in Shanghai, China, immigrated to Canada in 1981 to build a new life. Susanne's mother played in the Kitchener-Waterloo Symphony for over 25 years, and her father held numerous concertmaster positions throughout Ontario orchestras and taught at the Royal Conservatory of Music as a prominent professor of violin for over 25 years. Susanne recalls, "My father was my teacher, and he always told me, as a father, I have a responsibility to give you an education. Otherwise, I am not a good father. As a teacher, I have a responsibility to be strict. Otherwise, I am not a good teacher. So I got a strict education." At the age of 9, Howe was given a full scholarship to study at the Royal Conservatory of Music. And then at 18, she went to New York to study at the Juilliard School on a full scholarship. There she completed her Bachelor and Master of Music degrees, as well as a Performance Doctorate, the Artist Diploma. At age 19, Howe flew on to the international concert scene, capturing the world's heart when she won the first of her 3 international violin competition gold medals. She went on to dominate the world's violin competition scene for the following 2 years, winning unanimous gold medals in Spain, Italy, and France.
When Alec Howe came to Canada, China was a very different place than it was today. It was a place that crushed the dreams of talented musicians like himself. So he moved his family here. Recently, though, he was invited back to China, only now he would go alongside his daughter Susanne, a violin virtuoso herself. It was a special and most personal performance.
On Christmas Day 2006, Susanne performed for the first time together with her father in China. The emotional Shanghai Orchestra performance, with Alec conducting and Susanne as the soloist, was the focus of a CBC, the national documentary called Return to Shanghai. Susanne has since made several historically important recordings to date, including a documentary and live performance of the Beethoven Violin Concerto with the London Symphony Orchestra on a 300-year-old Guarneri del Gesù violin previously belonging to one of the greatest violinists who has ever lived, Fritz Kreisler, on the very violin that he played on himself. Susanne achieved an unthinkable feat by performing and recording Paganini's 24 Caprices, the most difficult pieces ever written for violin. She is the first in history to make a one-take unedited recording of these works. Susanne has traveled the world performing as a soloist with major orchestras and sold-out concerts in over 50 countries. Mississauga Legends Row is proud to welcome Yi-Jia Susanne Howe to our Walk of Fame.